Alright, the first passes we're starting off with are, I guess what I'd like to call like a holster pass, because you're holding off to your side and throwing it right off your hip. So, what you want to do is keep, for this side is the right hand, you want to keep your right hand on top of the ball and your left hand on the side. And remember, you want to throw it right off your hip. Um, Notice I'm pushing all the way through and it's low. And also notice the footwork. Right now I'm leading with the right. Now I switch hands is the left. Remember to do left and right hands. And now I'm leading with the left. So you're going to want to switch feet for both. So remember, when doing these passes, you want to do both right and left hand and also lead with both feet. So now the first ones, I was just doing bounce passes. Now I'm just throwing it straight at the wall in the air. And notice how I'm shifting my feet, preparing to catch the ball and loading up. When I'm switching my feet like that, it's loading up. Here's some step throughs. For some reason I'm struggling with the transition. But now I'm leading with the opposite foot. You'll notice the difference. Just keep watching the tape. Again, let the pass come off your hip like that and extend all the way through towards the target. There we go. Now we're doing bounce passes. Now just don't stand there while you're doing these. Notice I have a little bounce to my step and it's in rhythm. I'm not just standing there. Alright, now these are just one-handed push passes. And yeah, we're just doing one-hand push passes. We're starting with the right hand. Watch how I push it to the ground and get low. And once again, you should find a rhythm as you're doing this. You're not just standing there. You're bouncing on your toes and you're pushing all the way through the ball. Go back, catch it again. So I'm going. Once I throw it into the wall, notice I go back so I can load up to go back into the ball. I go back, push back forward into it. Go back, push forward into it. Go back, push forward into it. So once again, you want to find a rhythm. And notice how my body is turned. I'm throwing these passes. I'm not squared up to the wall. I'm turned sideways. But as I throw it, I square my body towards the target. Alright, the first was just bounce passes. Now we're just throwing straight at the wall. Alright, these are the same passes as the last one. We're just doing from greater distances. Or from further distance.
Wow.
So again, look how low I'm getting. Look how I'm pushing all the way through the ball, extending my arm out. And I'm bouncing on my toes. And same as, like I said before, you
Wow.
back up, let the ball come into you, back up, go forward, back up, go forward. So I'm not just standing there and waiting for the ball. I'm going to the ball after I throw it. So I back up and then I go to the ball. Alright, these are two-hand chest passes. You want to make sure that you extend your arms all the way out and towards the target. Again, notice the footwork bouncing. This isn't something you just throw against the wall and you just stand there. You want to get in a rhythm. Extend your hands all the way out, inside out. I'll go over more detail in another video on that. What You want to push from, I'd say, a little below your chest. It's not right at your chest. It's like around your abdomen area. Notice how I'm pushing into the ground and comes back to me. You should be able to do that. Remember, scoot in if you have to on all these passes. You don't want to do it from far away. Scoot in if you don't have the strength. Alright, these are two-hand chest passes, kind of simulating like being or running in transition and passing to cutters or guys streaking down the court. Just putting a little more force into it. And notice how I'm coming all the way forward and going into the wall and going towards my imaginary teammate. Again, you're getting low, pushing all the way through, stepping, and here's bounce passes, same thing, kind of far away, so that's why it's coming up to me like that, and it's a very heavy ball. Alright, here are over the head passes. Notice my feet again switching when I get it. What that does is it loads up for more strength on the pass. Also, it makes it to where it gives the illusion you could drive or shoot off of it when you do that. So you're setting yourself up for everything. Plus it gets you in rhythm just overall. So when you get over your head, oh, I'm just looking away just to give the illusion like I'm going to look somewhere else and throw it to my teammate. So pretty much just watch what I'm doing, put it over your head and snap it. Here are bounce passes, kind of like over the head. Rajon Rondo. Over the head bounce passes. Again, notice how I'm going into it. My weight on my, just stepping through. Put on my weight going forward. Going into the wall. My point is, I'm trying to stress that this isn't just a lollygagging pass, or none of these passes are. You're not just like, resting and standing still. You're trying to get better.
Goodness gracious.
Alright, here's scoop passes. Pete Maravich does these. Jason Williams. Coach Chapman. So these are just right hand. It's kind of like a bowling scoop. So it's really low. Um, and you want to try to catch it with one hand too. This will help you being just your hands and catching. And when someone throws you a pass, you don't have to catch with two hands and load up and then throw your one-handed pass. You can just get it just like this. Someone throws you the ball, just give it. Or I did two there, but now I'm doing two. But earlier, just catching with one hand and throwing it back. See, these are bounce passes, scoops, scoop bounce passes. So remember all these: right hand, left hand, in the air going straight to the wall, and bounce passes. And then also on both right hand and left hand, switch your feet. So do all those variations to get in the habit of those. All right. These are just scoop passes from far away, from long distance. Is whenever you see guys streaking down the court and you want to be able to drop it right in their hands. As if you try to throw another pass, it may get away from you or it may sail a little bit. But this will allow you, if you can do it, to scoop it and it goes high and drops right into their hands. It's a good pass, like in transition. You see someone going down court after off a rebound or outlook or a fast break. So practice these once again, left hand, right hand. I know you can't see the wall now, but it's going kind of high. These are bounce passes. So once again, like in transition, off rebounds, throw scoop bounce passes from far away, scoop bounce passes or in the air. Just all variations. Alright, this is a pretty tricky pass. I don't even know if I should have done this one, but it's kind of like an inside-out pass. So usually a lot of kids or people do this pass when they can't pass with their left hand, so they throw with their right and then they scoop it out. It's a hard pass to explain. You're just kind of throwing it out. I don't know. It's just try to watch the tape as best you can. It's hard to explain it right now. I'll probably maybe write down details, but yeah, you'll see a lot of pros do this pass. I mean, you see a lot of people in general do this pass, but I'll try to expand on it more, maybe explain it, and but you can see the video. You can slow it down. You can use that VLC media player to slow it down, or maybe I can slow it down for you somehow and put it in here, but my editing skills for videos aren't that great. Anyways, just try to watch this pass. That's called like an inside out pass. Alright, these are like high bounce passes. You notice they're like kind of baseball passes, but you're just coming down like throwing it into the ground so it's usually when you're trying to throw it between defenders, or you're finding one of your teammates streaking down the court, you're in transition or on fast breaks. This pass allows for the ball to pop up right into your teammate's hands or right up into his chest, so he can go directly up and score and finish. But depending on the situation and how you throw it, it could go right up to his chest, could go low. Jason Williams throws this pass a lot when transition on fast breaks, usually to split defenders. Of course, once again, you want to do left and right hand passes. And I'm not doing it right now probably because I'm getting tired, but you want to get low and you want to throw it. That's better, to throw it and pound it into the ground so it pops up. So you want to make sure you're getting low. On all these passes, you want to stress on getting low. All right, I call these Manu Ginobili passes. This is like a basic version of them, but they're like wraparounds. He does it a lot when he's along the baseline trying to find guys on the opposite side. And this comes in handy once again when you're getting doubled or someone a lot taller than you, or you have to really get it around to a teammate you have the best angle, so you have to whip it around. So they're not like scoop passes though. Scoop passes like underneath, kind of like bowling. These are like around your side. And here I'm stressing I created my own imaginary baseline, like I'm whipping it to someone on the other side. So once again, you want to get low, but they're just kind of like along your side, I guess. Once again, I'm just stressing they're not scoop passes. They're like whip arounds. So the video shows that. Here I'm just simulating like just the imaginary baseline. Here's bounce passes from a greater distance, wrap around bounce passes, or whip around bounce passes. Alright, here's the next section. I just did some basic around the back passes for you. And the idea is you just want to have it come right to you as best you can. And notice how I kind of hop into it. That's what you want to do. But for right now, I just did it standing still just so you can get the sense of just standing there and having it catch to you. So try to do that. Wrap around, just catch with one hand. Switch. Remember, once again, left and right hands. Bounce and directly into the wall. You want to try to catch one hand at times too. Not every time, but just catch to get that sense of basketball coming right back to you, and just improves your hands and your handle on the ball. All right, that was just one pass, just a jump pass. Work on jump passes. Just threw that in there. All right, this is very important. This is working on catching, and I don't know what to call this. I would say ball handling, but if you're just not dropping the ball, to have good hands, so anywhere it comes to you, you just get to play, you know. This is playing around, but it allows you to have good hands, so you don't drop passes. So if they come at any angle, they come low, they come high, it doesn't matter. You can handle it. So it's working on left and right hand, slamming the ball. What I'm doing is I'm slamming the ball into the wall. And you just want to do variations, low to high, mid-level, one hand, slamming, over the tops, just everything. So you have a good handle on the ball, not dropping passes, catching one hand, everything. Alright, here's putting it all together. All the passes we've been over in the past. This is what it should look like. You should practice when you get up to the wall. It's not standing around. It's not, doing one pass and rest and this. You want to do all your variations to hand chest passes, scoop passes, wraparounds, bounce passes around the backs, whip arounds, scoop passes, jump passes. And notice my feet. I'm bouncing, switching feet, getting set, and it's on my toes. I mean, I'm working out. I'm getting in rhythm, because that's how it is in a real game. You get in a habit of doing it like this, and you'll do it in a game. Yeah. Just two-hand scoop pass. I'll do it again here. It's just like flipping out to your own teammates and transition and stuff. Notice I'm getting tired here. I'm still trying to bounce, still trying to work out everything, use my different variations, catch one-handed, catch two, go both sides, switching feet. Scoop passes. So if you need to rest, what I'm doing here is I'm obviously kind of tired, so I just go further away, work on my far away passes. Just kind of chill. Those just down the court shoves. I don't know what you call those. Steve Nash does them. Just down the court shoves, trying to hit someone in transition when they take off. On the outlet passes, you get a rebound, hit your outlet guy down, streaking down. Just around the back. All right, now that I've gained a little more of my stamina back, get to go up. Now we work again, catching the ball in the air and throwing it. We work again on being really close, getting our hands so we don't drop balls. We can catch one-handed and handle it. And that's now. Here are pivots.
Like that, or want me to pass it down?
Trying to stress on how wide to get if you're going to pivot. Now, don't limit yourself just from going back and forth and turning your head. You step, swing through, back, side, middle, everything else. It's really important to be able to swing through like that, not just turning your back and going back and forth. You got to face up, change levels, go from high to low, back. Notice how I'm changing levels, going lower to the side, go up, pump faking, like that. Jab steps, just watch my footwork and how often I'm in motion. Here comes some more variations, switching feet. You want to be able to do both left and right foot when you're pivoting. Don't just practice one. I know I look goofy just doing this, but this is what helps. And I use the circle as a reference point to, like, you know, show you how wide I'm going. I'm not just standing in one area. So you want to explore the whole area you have. Here's some more pivoting. Change locations. I have that ability. So this is just showing a little bit of jukes, pump faking, kind of putting more of how it would look if it was sped up and you're trying to lose a defender. It's a little more advanced. So you're doing pump fakings and jabs and spins, hesitations. All right, here's dribbling up the court. This is basic dribbling of how not to get ripped or stolen in the backcourt or just anywhere. So you want to be able to work on this. For right now, this is side-to-side shuffling and running with the ball. Notice my arm is out, protecting the ball. And right now I'm just doing a simple turn. It's not a spin move. It's just changing directions. So I go, drop the ball, spin, hesitations. And so you mix it up. But notice how when I turn, I drop the ball and let the other hand pick it up going the other way. So once again, notice how my back is turned. Notice how my back is turned. Dribble the ball, pick it up with the other hand. But look how my back is turned towards the camera. Notice all my positioning. This is pretty much the same thing, except we're stepping back and crossing. Notice when I cross, I'm not crossing right in front of the defender, but I go back, push back, and cross. We'll go over more of that later. Just watch the video for right now, and I can explain more of it later on that. But pay attention once again to footwork and how it's done. So when I'm coming down, I'm not stopping and crossing in front of you. I'm jumping back, regathering, and then going the other direction. And I'm getting low, of course. And once again, we're just doing side shuffle right now. And alright, here's putting together the spin and changing of the hands and crosses and little hop steps and shuffles. Or shuffling, notice where my back's positioned, my arm protecting the ball as I turn. So we're turning and spinning, we're crossing, we're going back. Notice how I'm going back and forth and using the whole court. Notice the angle I'm using. I'm not just zigzagging on a very narrow path. I'm going wide. I'm using the whole court and what it has to offer. I just dropped the ball. Okay, so once again, just putting it all together. All variations. And I know I've said this, but just to repeat it, use the whole court, use everything it has to offer, just speeding up, using ins and outs, but still the foundation is turning my body and regathering and shuffling down and using my arms for protection. Alright, this is just playtime. So whenever I do all my stuff, I just do playtime, working on different things. This is exploration time. So when you're doing it, practicing by yourself, it doesn't matter if you mess up. Explore and have fun with this. It's just playtime, exploration time. So I'm trying to put together a whole bunch of different things of going ins and outs and hip turns and using the whole court once again. So this is the time you just have fun. You try to explore your whole dribble or do whatever on spins and crosses and different things. I know it's a little advanced, but it's just the concept of having fun with it. And what you want to do is, I don't think I did it here, but you want to incorporate using the wall. So you dribble, throw passes against the wall, comes back to you, incorporate shots. But right now we're just trying to just do whatever. Almost broke my camera. So here we go. So here it goes. You're dribbling, use the wall. Oh, this is going to get kind of funny here. I was just trying to show on how when you get to the baseline, you just don't panic. I messed up there. But when you get to baselines or you get trapped or anything, don't panic. You can lean back and get in the habit of practicing stuff like this, you know. I know I fell on the ground and got dirt all over my shirt, but, you know, I'm just trying to show on how not to limit yourself and how not to get stuck and how when you get trapped and to use fakes and how to get out of them and leaning and using and contorting your body and your footwork and everything. Falling out of bounds. Just everything, even just like little kick up layups and stuff like that. So that was the whole point of that and why my back's all dirty now. Utilizing the wall, coming to get it, catching, gathering, using pivots, protecting from defender, ripping through. And as your dribbling progresses, you'll be able to do more and have more fun with it. I understand some people's dribbling is not as good, so they can't have full exploration of wall use and falling out of bounds and pivots and hip turns and everything else, but still try. That's just having fun with the wall, just doing everything, wraparounds, going different directions. Here's, I don't know, it's just all playtime right now. Just to show you not to limit yourself on this stuff, just up and unders and just little moves. And just like having fun with layups and scoop shots and putting them up like that.
Yeah.
So that'll make you better though the more you do that stuff, just messing around. It allows you to explore like this, playground fun and just having a little flavor to your game with these hooks and turns and jumps and kicking your feet up and all this other junk. Looks funny, I know, but usually no one watches this part, so I'm allowing you guys to see it. Most of you guys just see the finished product, so it's just still not that great, but some of this stuff leads to yeah. Alright, frozen in time. Oh no, there's our camera person messing up a little bit. This is more just having fun, just working on going strong. Again, this is with a very heavy ball too, which will help you if you had a heavy ball, get your steps and strength up. Exhausted. Alright, here's going, I just call this going to right and left. A lot of people just catch the ball and stand there. What I want to stress is when people drive and they kick it out to you, to go. Just don't stand there and catch the ball. So that was going to your right. Now this is going to your left. Real simple catch and go. What that does is filter in the middle. It allows you to either drive and shoot, pass out to other teammates, or take it all the way in for a layup.